Welcome back to Live Well, the podcast that digs deep into global health challenges. I'm Larry Allen, and today we're joined by our brilliant guest host, Lindiwe, to explore a shocking parallel between two very different nations, the UK and Nigeria, both facing escalating food-related health crises. Lindiwe, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Larry. This is such an important topic that really highlights how food insecurity affects everyone, regardless of geography.
Absolutely. So let's start with the numbers that caught our attention. Lindiwe, what's happening in Nigeria right now?
The situation is dire, Larry. We're looking at 33 million people projected to be food insecure in 2025. That's a massive jump from 25 million who currently need assistance. Food inflation has hit 40.53%, making basic nutrition unaffordable for millions. And here's the heartbreaking part. 1.8 million children are expected to suffer from severe acute malnutrition next year.
Those numbers are staggering. But here's what's fascinating and frankly alarming. The UK isn't immune to food-related health crises either. We're seeing a completely different but equally serious problem.
Exactly. While Nigeria faces traditional hunger and malnutrition, the UK is dealing with what experts call the obesity-malnutrition paradox. Can you explain that, Larry?
It's this incredible contradiction where people can be both overweight and malnourished simultaneously. In England, 28% of adults are obese and another 36% are overweight, yet obesity itself is now considered a major cause of malnutrition because people are consuming calories without proper nutrition.
So we have one country where children are literally wasting away from lack of food, and another where people are overfed but undernourished. Both are forms of malnutrition, just at opposite ends of the spectrum.
And what's really striking is that both countries are seeing these problems get worse due to economic pressures. In Nigeria, it's hyperinflation making food unaffordable. In the UK, it's the cost of living crisis pushing people toward cheaper processed foods.
That's the connection I find most compelling. Economic stress is driving unhealthy food choices everywhere. In Nigeria, families can't afford nutritious foods. In the UK, families are choosing calorie-dense, nutrient-poor foods because they're cheaper and more filling.
Let's talk about the second major issue, diabetes and metabolic disorders. Lindiwe, this is where the two countries' paths are starting to converge.
Right. Nigeria is experiencing what health experts call an epidemiological transition. While they're still fighting malnutrition, they're also seeing rising rates of diabetes and other lifestyle diseases as urbanization increases and diets shift toward processed foods.
Meanwhile, in the UK, type 2 diabetes is absolutely exploding alongside obesity rates. The NHS is under enormous pressure treating these preventable conditions.
What's your take on the third major issue, food insecurity itself?
This is where it gets really interesting. Both countries are experiencing food insecurity, but it manifests differently. Nigeria's is about absolute scarcity. People literally don't have access to enough food. The UK's is about relative scarcity. People have access to food, but not to healthy, nutritious food.
And both are creating long-term health consequences. Malnourished children in Nigeria face lifelong developmental issues. Children in the UK consuming ultra-processed diets are developing obesity and diabetes at younger ages.
So what can we learn from this comparison? Are there solutions that could work for both countries?
I think the key insight is that food policy is health policy. Both countries need to make nutritious food more accessible and affordable. Nigeria needs direct food assistance and agricultural investment. The UK needs policies that make healthy foods competitively priced with processed alternatives.
Education is crucial too. People need to understand nutrition regardless of their economic situation. A poor family in Lekki and a struggling family in Liverpool both need practical knowledge about making healthy choices within their constraints.
Absolutely. And we need to address the root causes: poverty, inequality, and food systems that prioritize profit over nutrition. Whether it's Nigerian farmers needing better access to markets or UK families needing higher wages to afford better food, it's about systemic change.
As we wrap up, What's the one thing you want listeners to take away from this, Lindiwe?
That malnutrition isn't just about not having enough food, it's about not having access to the right food. Whether you're in Manchester or Maiduguri, your health depends on your ability to access nutritious, affordable food. This is a global crisis that requires global solutions.
Powerful words. The statistics are sobering. 33 million food insecure in Nigeria, 64% of UK adults overweight or obese. But understanding these parallels helps us see that no country is immune to food-related health challenges.
And that gives me hope, actually. If we can recognize these patterns, we can work together to solve them.
Lindiwe, thank you for this eye-opening conversation. To our listeners, subscribe to our YouTube channel, share this podcast. We'll put links to organizations working on food security in both countries in our show notes. Until next time, this is Larry Allen reminding you to live well.
And question the systems that shape what's on your plate. Don't forget to like and share this podcast. If you have not already done so, subscribe to our channel so you can leave us your comments. Thanks for watching.